I was born in California and moved here when I was 7, right? Then one of my best friends, even to this day, his dad took, like, I was friends with him, and they were going to a Flyers game, and he was going to go, and he was allowed to bring a friend, and he brought me. And I remember we were going down there, and he told us, he's like, okay, boys, here's the rules. And he was like, one, you're allowed to curse, but you're only allowed to curse at away fans, right? And you can yell whatever you want. And then, but once that's done, we're leaving, and you can yell at away fans all you want. Like, he was giving us a bit. So we're in there and we're like, hey, butthead, you know what I mean? Like, yelling at the away fans. I remember we played the New Jersey Devils. We won 3-0, right? And I'm like, I just witnessed like madness because we're in the upper level. This was at the Spectrum. You know what I mean? Like, we're in the upper level of the Spectrum, and I see just this madness going on with like these adults just like terrorizing other adults. Then we're leaving, and I see Flyers fans are flipping over a Devils fan's car in the parking lot, right? Like, that's the level of fandom that we were introduced to as kids. You know what I mean?
I remember
and it's just,
games at that age were the same. My dad's like, don't repeat anything you're going to hear in here. Back when they used to have the plastic bottles, I could still remember up in the nosebleeds. I think we're playing like the Rams. This is when Reed like first came and we were starting to get good. And I don't know, McNabb threw a pick, and I just remember it hailing fucking bottles down to the lower section. It was like, oh my God, look what the fuck is going on. Now, the link is way more white collar than that. You don't see that too often.
Agreed. Yeah,
the jail's not nearly as packed in the stadium.
Well, it's a lot more expensive. They've gotten a lot of that. They've tried to get rid of a lot of that clientele, I think.
I always thought it was insane to wear the opposition's jersey is one thing, but to leave like the bumper sticker or like a flag on your car outside the stadium, insane.
Yeah, when you're the away team, you're dumb as hell.
Don't do that. Yeah. Even if they're not going to touch your car, if I'm hammered enough, I'm going to spit on your car just because I'm a jerk deep down inside, I guess.
Yeah. And if I got to piss, I'm pissing on your
Yeah,
car.
1,000%. You know? You'd be like, I'm just going to spit on your car because you're dumb.
Yeah. No,
I agree. I always thought it was asinine. Any big city, it's like, why are you going to go tempt a 50,000 person group of people?
Yeah, you're just
what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why? You'd be like, why would you do that? And you'd be like, am I really at fault here? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
That's offensive. That car was mean to me.
That guy needed attention. It's his fault.
Yeah. That guy didn't have a lot of friends growing up, so he had to be an antagonist to get people to talk to him. You know what
we always say about the Cowboys fans. We're like, yeah, you just needed attention.
Yeah, you had a tough time making friends, huh, buddy? Yeah. No, dude, you're 1,000% right. I'll tell you this though. I think there's a clip out now. I remember I had season tickets to the Eagles for 12 years, and anytime there was snow, like remnants of snow, right? They'd have it like piled up, like, so you could walk. Bro, I think we were playing San Francisco, and I believe there's still a video out, right? It was like our seats were at the very beginning of the second level, right? Of the upper level, I guess, like right above the suite level. Right. And I remember looking over, and you could look down, and I saw like there's these two like jerseys for San Francisco fans, and there was like maybe like a 3-seat barrier of empty seats around them. And it was just, dude, I think the video's on YouTube. It is literally like nonstop, like thousands of snowballs being thrown at these guys, just being pelted, and we won. And we were like murdering San Francisco, and these guys just got like demolished. And I just remember like looking down and being like, oh man, they're killing them. And then like watch the whole third quarter and look down like, oh, they're still going? Oh my God, and then the circle just gets bigger. But yeah, that's just, hey man, in a way, like, it is what it is, but I love it. I love like that.
I love passionate sports fans. Like, I like all big city sports fans because it means they're passionate,
In soccer, they separate them, they'll keep like you can only sit in a certain section, which I didn't realize until that's why they get so ruckus.
Well, soccer, those fans are crazy. Like they'll actually like fight like 50 on 50 outside stadium. We're gonna have a gang fight after the game. It's like, what?
Yeah, see, that is like I don't know, like exactly. If we did that for football, you're just putting everybody together, and you're like, all right, well, I hate that whole section. Instead of like the one or two random, because they do a good job they do like undercover at least at the link. They'll do an undercover guy in like a Rams jersey, and then if you call them an asshole, they'll just kick you right out of the stadium. They'll walk you right out, and you can't get back in.
Well, and if they see anyone from the away fans that isn't an undercover, they tend to be like, "You're either moving sections or we're going to walk you out because you're going to start shit, and I'm not kicking this whole section out because you're being a dick." Like,
like if you're going to rile up these animals, you're going to get thrown out.
Dude, if you're standing up doing this thing, you know,
like
you don't got to ask hard.
Okay,
you're going to get it.
I don't understand what the premise of going to an away stadium is, unless it's like with a big group. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Right. Yeah. Like if you're I couldn't.
If
you're
a
car
game, I guess pre-pandemic, and it was a nice stadium, it was cool, but it was eerie how nice everyone was. I'm like, where the fuck?
Where was this at?
Everyone's like, "Oh, how you doing? How's the trip?" What? Like, why is somebody F-bombing me right now? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Wait. Did you not just tell me to go fuck myself? Who are you? What's your problem?
What world am I in? But they're all just very nice, and they have nothing to do with drink and watch football. So, you know.
Hey, thanks for coming
out. That Green Bay, you said?
Yeah, Green Bay. Very nice fan. Too nice.
Well, they own the team. That's what the one team in the NFL that's like fan owned or whatever.
Cool. Dude, I'll tell you, it's like, imagine like a super big high school stadium. That's what it kind of reminds you of. It's pretty sweet.
It's also Wisconsin. Yeah, they're just
There's nothing up.
Yeah.
Like, remember Brett Favre? Like, yep. I remember Brett Favre. Like,
remember Aaron? We're not talking to him, but we
love
him.
All my true Packer people are like, nah, Aaron was all right. They're like Favre's like God there.
Oh, dude, he's the gunslinger, baby. You gotta love the gunslinger, dude. But I'll tell you too. I mean, like, I remember I went to a Notre Dame game, and it was the first time I went, and they were playing Michigan State. And I remember we were there, and like there was like Michigan State fans like in front of us, and Michigan State scored, and like they stood up to clap, and like I got up and I was like, "She said," you know, and like as soon as I started yelling at him, the guy we were with like, "Hey, they don't do that stuff." I was like, "Don't do what?" And they're like, "No, you don't yell at the other fans."
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
It's very different than what we know here in the Northeast.
Yeah, which I mean, you know, honestly, it makes it better. It makes the game better, you know, better a lot of aspects.